So in the last vlog, we did talk about things to do during the researching process. Let's actually get talking about the pre-writing process. Yes, in my opinion, the two added together become brainstorming in the writing cycle? Yeah, cycle, because writing is so not linear. Let's go ahead and check it out. Welcome on back, everybody. My name is Jenna O'Malley. I am your soul writer, author of sci-fi fantasy of dashes of romance and nerdy references such as the Marine Annals. Welcome on into Sitting Down with Soul Writer, where we're going to go ahead and talk about various vlog topics, and we're continuing on a train that was kind of voted for a while back. This week we're talking all about the pre-writing processes. Trina, you're going to make me open that door, aren't you? What the kitties ask for around here, the kitties get, do they not? Anyway, so we're going to talk about 7 points, 7 things of import that could help your pre-writing process be a little bit more freeing, a little bit more authentic, a little bit more magically you in your own writing wizard mode. So let's get that party going for you, shall we, Gandalf? Because you're about to show up and shine. So as a part of that, number 1. Outlining in detail does not work for everybody. I am saying this as a reformed outliner for book 1, Bound by Fate and Blood. I had my outline basically was like a mini version in bullet points of the story, but yeah, it was way too detailed, and I just kept ironing it out and making it longer, ironing it out and making it longer, ironing it out and making it longer, until finally I was just like, you know what? Let's start making these paragraphs into full-length scenes and chapters then. So therefore, number 2, for those of us who don't always need to go directly with a strong outline from the very beginning, maybe what you need is to kind of be giving yourself a point A and a point B to drive between. That doesn't necessarily mean a point A and a point B for the beginning and the end of your plot. Perhaps you give yourself a point A and a point B in each act, that you kind of have to hit those tiny little beats, sometimes in lines of dialogue and more. She's giving advice. We gotta pause and let her give her advice. Well, that is very true, Loki. It is, therefore, if we talk about a point A and a point B, point number 3, like a GPS. Yeah, really, truly. But what happens whenever you put things into a GPS and go on a road trip, little girl? You don't like to ride in the car very often or very much, so you don't know this, but detours. Yeah, we gotta allow room as writers for detours. I had a character named Frey do this to me, and he still does on more than one occasion. So leave room and flexibility in your plots, no matter how deeply you plot or how simplistically you plot. Hime, you would also be at my feet right now eating. I am surrounded by kitties. Oh my goodness. On that note, number 4, speed date your characters if you want to try and get to know them better. I do have a couple of videos that I put out a year or so ago about different things you can do, different questions you can ask for journaling to speed date and get to know various characters in the different acts of your story in greater detail, to deep dive into what their themes, their motives are, and more. Also, therefore, people watch when you can and listen in for things that you can not make up as far as lines of dialogue and inspiration go. I am always on the lookout, and to the point that friends of mine are like, she's listening in to us play stuff on Twitch because she's going to steal lines of dialogue. Thank you, Baka. Some of Toose's best one-liners came out about that way. Just saying. We also have to be more attuned to the world in that self-aware way, especially when we are making one of 2 very distinct choices in what we want to use as far as how we outline. A lot of outlines, as I mentioned earlier, kind of loop. You start with a small one, go back and iron it out. You start with that, go back and iron it out. You start with the 3rd one, go out and iron it out. You start with the 4th one, go out and iron it out. And it can kind of think of like rings on a tree trunk, get bigger and bigger and bigger. Versus scaffolding, I like to compare this to building the roller coaster ride that your characters are going to go on. In our members area for the craft book overviews with the 8 crafts of writing, we've been studying how literally, truly, you can build that into where each scene or each chapter is like an X or a triangle in the structure of your roller coaster to get you going where you want to go and stay scaffolded to safely launch out of the gate each chapter and come back around to the loading platform safely in ways that possibly even want people to get back on cliffhangers for another just one chapter kind of mode. So what kind of things are working for you in your pre-writing process? If you've made it this far, give us some sort of smiley emoji, maybe some with glasses for the glasses characters in the description box below. We've got a couple of extra bonus vlogs coming out, or they possibly already did depending on the timing of members versus public on these two vlogs. When I was at Sci-Fi Valley Con the weekend of October, 17th, 18th, and 19th, I did a creative writing soundboard as a guest host with JD Donnelly of Painting Dragon Feathers. It was quite the jam-packed talk, and she and I probably could have gone on for a full 2 hours. Go ahead and watch that vlog, and if you enjoy it, do over on that vlog's comment box let us know that you want us to do a live one together and maybe help you get some feedback on your own works live or on the replay, because you know what I'm about to say. Like, comment, share, subscribe, bring a friend. Your voice has always mattered. You and your voice and your characters and your business have value, dang it. See you in the next one.